Hello and welcome everyone. This is Type V3 and let's henshin. With the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Mach. Arriving from America, he is the secondary speedster to appear in Kamen Rider Drive. Mach's streamlined suit design has made a solid transition into S.H.Figuarts form. It resembles the character's on-screen appearance quite accurately. Everything from the color placement to the subtle surface sculpting of the armor is correct. Proportionally, it leans towards the slightly too thin side of the spectrum. Still, there's enough leeway to give the impression of a man in a suit here. He's just very slim. The smaller details of the figure are impressive. The metallic blue and bronze paint apps pop, with Mach's driver serving as the figure's nicest aspect. The helmet's quality came out pretty good. It's accurate in appearance, though not the spectacle you'd expect from a Kamen Rider S.H. Figuart. The visor can open up to reveal the shutter face guard, and it looks great, though it does emphasize how dull the transparency of the visor was. Also, the red stripes on the visor don't line up with the helmet. Although, I think SHF Mach's biggest visual flaw is the predominantly bare white plastic. It just comes off as cheap and gummy. I would have loved to have seen a glossy finish or even a more pure white plastic altogether. Overall, Mach looks good, though he won't make for the most stunning display piece. In terms of height, Mach stands at around the 5 3/4 inch mark and seems to scale well enough with the other Kamen Rider Drive SH Figuart releases. Mach's articulation starts with a double ball-jointed neck, which has some amazing range. I mean, you can really do anything with it. It almost looks unnatural in how far you can get it to bend. This pops up easily, as you've already seen. It's pretty good. It's a similar story with the torso. I mean, there's a ball joint here and one in the waist, and check that out. You can get some awesome bending and rolling action, and it all looks natural. It doesn't ever look disjointed, so it just works. It's great in that sense. And if you're wondering about this little scarf piece here, it's actually just really soft plastic. It's connected on a ball peg, so you can't really do anything with it, but it does its job fine. The arms are the barbell ball joint into the ball socket connection with a bit of telescopic functionality, so you can pull it out, you can roll it around in that socket, and then the ball in the actual shoulder gives you the full 360. You have good outwards range. This shoulder pad actually has a hinge and a ball joint, so it can come upwards a bit, so you can get it out of your way, and it works. You do have a bicep swivel, pretty well hidden. You can't even notice it's there. It's pretty good. Double joint at the elbow, fantastic. Ball hinge and ball joint for the wrist, so you have some pretty good mobility there. And finally, on this side, this shoulder pad is slightly different. All you have here is there's just a peg here, and this just swivels. It's pretty simple. It just swivels down so that you can open up that shoulder joint and get him to move the arm outwards. So that's really how that works. And this side has a slightly thicker forearm, and the forearm piece itself can swivel. Now, Mach uses the newer Figuarts hips. They don't have the pull-down functionality, and you know what? I really dislike these type of hips because I don't feel like the loss in functionality is really benefited more by the aesthetics. But on Mach, I actually think these look great. They don't really look distracting as hip joints. They look fantastic, so I really like them here. Articulation is what you'd expect, though. Straight out is pretty good. Straight sideways is pretty good. You do have a thigh swivel, and then of course a double joint at the knee. And for the ankle, it is a ball hinge. So the pivot is good, side to side is good. There's a great ankle tilt built into it. And then finally the toe joint, like most Figuarts usually have. Mach's streamlined suit design easily makes him the most articulated Kamen Rider Drive SH Figuart. The balance is great too. There should be no trouble in getting him into any pose imaginable. Figuarts Mach comes with a decent amount of accessories. For starters, you get a total of 5 pairs of hands. These include fists, calm open palms, splayed fingers, thumbs up hands, and gripping hands too. The first 4 are for display purposes, while the last pair is meant to wield his weapon, the front wheel shooter. As an accessory, it looks decent, much like the core figure. Mach has no issues holding the gun, though there is a neat feature associated with it. Also included is the green 2-bend signal bike, as well as a turn signal display for Mach's shoulder tire. The signal bike can slide into the gun, while the tire can replace the existing one on the figure. It's a pretty neat gimmick, though not having a bent beam effect somewhat diminishes the novelty. Next is a more dynamic variant of Mach Scarf. It replaces the static one on the body via a ball peg, though it lacks any real functionality. Still, it's great for more active displays. As a final feature, I was surprised to find that Mach's driver is actually fully functional. You can pop it open and switch out the signal bikes to replicate special attacks. It's neat. Additionally, as a first-run bonus, SHF Mach includes the Volume 4 Kamen Rider Drive Funky Spike set. It consists of the Funky Spike tire, activated shift car, display screen, and all of this is for use with the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Drive. The items look great and function in the same manner as previous tire pieces, though if you want the matching effects set, they were unfortunately a first-run bonus only included with Mach's bike, the Ride Macher. S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Mach is intriguing in that the idea behind this toy completely differs from the previous two releases. Both SHF Drive, Type Speed, and Machine Chaser made for excellent display pieces, though not the most fulfilling toy packages. Mach is the complete opposite. Unquestionably, the instant you glance at this toy, you don't get that striking visual appeal, and I don't think it's because of the simpler costume design. For whatever reason, this figure didn't get the extra premium finish to it. I mean, it's good, just not great. On the other hand, all the surrounding qualities outside of the visuals are superb. The articulation is incredible, and the opening visor and working Mach driver are both incredibly well done. There's a respectable accessory count that should serve as a great platform for multiple display opportunities too. Again, as a toy package, it's outstanding. Sure, I may have exaggerated a bit on the quality of the presentation, as Mach will still fit in well alongside the other Kamen Rider Drive Figuarts. Nevertheless, Mach is definitely aimed at the fan who prefers to sit down and play with their toys, rather than simply admiring them on a shelf from a distance. But that's all for me. Thanks for watching, and when Kamen Rider Drive coverage resumes, it will make all the Roid Mudes try to run.